Hello, ladies and gelatins. Let me double check. Yep, mic is working, sound is working, everything is working. It feels like it's been a million years since I've been here. And yet, the loop continues. I don't even remember what my new goal was, so we're gonna have to talk to Loop to find out. So, we're back at the beginning. We're back at the beginning. Right, because we went to save and stuff. Alright, let's talk to Loop and see if we can find out what the heckity heck, how the heck. Yo, Isabel, what up? We're up on the wrong side of the bed? I get it. Anyway, I was just looking at the favorite tree. Isn't that tree cool? Cute joke. Yeah, it is. Glad you agree. Stop here. No. You will always make the joke. You have to keep some sort of routine to stay sane, and if always making the same joke is how, so be it. Huh? Tremendous tree. Laughing uproariously, he raises his hand towards your shoulder. You get it now. This is him. Trying to touch you. You freeze. Sand is in the air. It goes closer. Closer. His hand abruptly stops above your shoulder and goes back to his side. Ah, that was funny. I'm gonna go soon so you can do your thing with the tree, but do you want to talk before I go? I help you with anything? Do I need help with anything? Well, maybe kind of, but... Okay, well, ask everyone else if they need help first. Yep. Time to see what the best place to look at the stars is. So serious. So, yeah, make sure to help everyone and do whatever you want first. Ugh, nope. Bye. Loop, help me. Welcome back, Stardust. Power of love didn't cut it, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping this could be it somehow, too. But at least you found out more about your party, didn't you? You had fun, didn't you? What is it all good for if they'll all forget about it in the next loop? Yeah, but... For once, Loop seems at a loss for words. In the meantime, though, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop? What should I do next? You're doing so many different things. What do you need help with? Will, my gosh. You know what? That's right. That's a name that was very difficult for me to figure out how to pronounce at first, but my gosh, golly gee, it has been a long time, hasn't it? I just kept Loop's voice for it. Nice to meet you there, new viewer. How have you been? How was holidays? How's it feel? We're in 2025 now. Feels kind of weird. I kind of still don't believe it. Like, what are even our numbers, though, to be fair? I had a really nice time, actually. It was complicated. It was a roller coaster, but all in all, I think it turned out well. That's what's important. So, we must understand how to find out more about the king. Need a refresher? A refresher? Sure! King has frozen almost the entire country of Vogard. You're trying to... Oh, right, there's a book about stuff. How's your great New Year? Not cool. COVID almost... Ooh. That's a hell of a timing. Brutal. Yeah, luckily I did not get sick this holiday. Though that has happened before. It was actually nice to take so much time off work. Work breaks feel different than school breaks. Very much so. Very different. And yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Oh, wait, we've already asked this. I was trying to ask everyone this, so I'll still ask people regardless. What is your favorite, like, Christmassy, wintry holiday food? 4 days minimum to catch up, right? Oh my gosh, I didn't even catch up on that much sleep. I had trouble sleeping a lot of the time because reasons. But a lot of it was also excitement. you know, just a lot of fun things to do. But also there was some, yeah, but still, even still, caught up on some sleep. Definitely had some extremely lazy days. I love eggnog. I actually love eggnog. Wait, like, because I noticed here, American style eggnog and European style eggnog are two completely different, also both delicious things. I love them both. American eggnog, though, hits a special part in my heart. You just buy it in the grocery store and you just have so many calories. I could eat it. I could drink an entire liter of eggnog in a day and regret it for the next year, but I love it. Have you ever made a latte with eggnog instead of like creamer or milk? It's very good. I actually like it the most. Coffee with ice cream is actually the best. That's my fave. Especially if it's like coconut ice cream or something. But vanilla on its own is delightful, but still. So many wonderful things you can do. Oh gosh, yeah, eggnog. Great choice. Great choice. I'm honestly really, really hoping that next Christmas I can maybe, if I'm really lucky, maybe I'll get to see my family in the States again. That would be nice. Mango juice version, tropical chocolate. Hold up, chocolate eggnog? What is I have never had a fruity eggnog. I have never had a chocolate eggnog. Are you telling me this whole time, my whole life, I could have been exploring more eggnog flavors? Where? How? Do you have a recipe? Do you make it from scratch, or do you like buy something pre-made from the store and then combine stuff together? Like, help me. Teach me. Okay, King is frozen, blah, blah, blah. You're trying to beat him so everything can go back to normal. You beat him before. In fact, you'll keep beating him, of course. You've also decided he's misunderstood or whatever, so you started talking to him to get to know more about him. To freeze people in time, he's using something called timecraft. It's not something simple like rockcraft or scissorscraft, but a craft much more complicated and rare. It's what allowed him to freeze the entire country in time. Okay, so what did you talk to the king? He's using timecraft. I don't know much about it myself, but as always, if you need information about something, you should read a book. Ask librarian in dormant library. That's right, I did, and I don't remember what they said. Oh, that there's there's a secret. There's a super secret library, but I'll talk to the librarian again, probably. Find out more about the loops. Which I do know. Talk to the king, timecraft, wonder where you'd be able. Might be a book about it somewhere. Okay, so I'll just talk to the librarian. Never mind. Let's talk about something. Sure, what do you want to talk about? Aren't you bored? Me? Nah, don't worry about me, Stardust. I like being in the sun. Weird one. I had a question about the end, Isabel. Oh, that thing he said he'd tell you at the end of your journey. He mentioned he wants to tell you something when you go to sleep at the clock tower. That's probably it. Someone interrupted him. That's true. That was talked to Bonnie before. We talked to Bonnie beforehand. That's not what happened. Book fan. So that's what the ending of that book series about. Where the hero's from, what their history is. It doesn't matter. What a stupid series. Just go and let that book fan know if you haven't already. I literally have. You make the mango from scratch. Chocolate siblings, chocolate milk of the fridge you mixed in to make it. Ripe mangoes blended and added to taste. Nutmeg and spices sounds really good though too. Oh, that sounds absolutely delightful. That sounds like a real treat. You know how to fix it. Nice. Still starting to sharpen the knife. It's on floor 1. You've heard to say you were doing it differently than you usually do. What do they mean? Mumble something when you sharpen your dagger. Carving tools, wood carving tools, right? Nah, nothing. Hold on, if I actually nah. Oh, there's actually nah at the top and the bottom. Oh, apparently I bit my cheek. There's a ouchie on my cheek that I just noticed. Whoops. Okay, where's the library? Are you a library? Nope, you're not a library. Odiel. Yes, Odiel of Kabwe. Sister Kabwe was the name. They call most people by their last name. Such a different culture. She's like the mom of the group. Something feels weird. When you asked her Isabeau, didn't she tell you she was an only child? She says she's a sister. She's an only child? What? No, I have a sister. She's a few years younger than me. A few years ago, she decided to travel the world on her own. She lives in another country now. Isn't that so brave? I'm gonna ask more, but she's already daydreaming again. One regret. Apparently, we can only tell him... Okay, so they managed to save that in a weird way, so we can't actually do... Ooh, whoa, that was a bug. Hotel Mirabelle. Mirabelle, who doesn't know who this person is, so it doesn't matter. Also doesn't matter. You're not a library. You're a library. Where is that secret thing? That's just kind of lacking. Bug your looping weirdness. You know what? That's technically true. Maybe it's looping weirdness to phase inside of someone. But it is also like a bug that like I should remember always the last entry of the book and not the one I looked at last, because how could I forget the thing I've already seen? The whole point is that I remember and no one else does. So like it's kind of upsetting. I can't just tell this guy. Anything about Timecraft? Timecraft, like specifically, I'm not sure. You could look through books about craft. We have one here. Might not talk about Timecraft much. Or you can find Craftonomy books. Oh, study of craft in general is Craftonomy. Don't think the library is here or in the house carry any. You should look elsewhere. Why am I thinking about candles right now? Must be nothing. Someone's dorm room in the house. Okay. A dorm room, candles. Okay. All right, Bonnie. Okay, so let's get all our people at the correct level of stuff, and then we'll go through it again. Why not? We'll just do the thing. Can I help you with anything? Help me. I don't want your help with anything. I do know your 3 favorite foods. You love rice and pineapples, samosas. What kind of samosas? It's no cheese, yes potato. You do pay attention to me, of course you do. We're gonna skip it. I have time now. Zone out, yes. Whee! All right, now we do Odiel's, Mirabelle's. So which one will you choose? How do you know? Choosing someone, maybe I can help. Experience, you laugh silently. Yes, okay, this might take some time. Make sure you time. I have time now, let's go. Zone out. Library. Odiel, help Odiel with Odiel's thing. Help Isabeau with Isabeau's thing. Don't think we know this one. Which is concerning, because every time we don't know something is another chance for there to be something that we missed that will let us not exit the loops yet. Hold on. This is the barrels. Okay, how did I just like literally go into every store except for this one? Hey, Odiel. I can help you with stuff. No, it's fine. Yeah, like, I prefer looping where you still feel like you're making progress. Can I help you with anything? Especially because, like, I really wish you could just be like, hey, can you just do a checkbox for all the things? It's like, yeah, I can talk to them and zone out, but I still have to sit here and press the A button until there. Thank you, let's go, zone out. Whee! Yeah, especially because there's some things where it's like, haha, but you don't remember what the thing you did, so you have to go do it again. And I'm like, okay, but like, there's only so many times I can do things again. Out, and I want speed. Whee, speed. I already saved. Dun, 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 dun. I guess I could have saved there in the future instead of all the way down. But I can do this and then save again. Isabel, yo, what up? He finished helping everyone out. Okay, let's do it. Are you ready now? Yes. I'm ready. At least you know when they give you a button that says zone out, like straight up a button at the beginning, you know nothing is going to change. So like, especially because, again, I still have feelings about the fact that they're like, oh, if you do this thing, then you get less of a bonus than if you just actually sit through it again. I'm like, why? What? Why would you make it so it works better if I have to be punished for seeing it again? It feels like a punishment. They're like, well, if you like it. I'm like, listen, I like the scene, but if I see it a lot of times, I'm gonna start to hate it. Dun, 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 dun. The shortcut method. Yeah. I mean, that is a good point. I mean, yeah, rare candies were also great. Like, but also it wasn't just rare candies. There were rare candies. There was the daycare. There was a lot of different ways you could just skip stuff around. Yes, no negatives. Flying, biking, teleport. Exactly, like fast travel is a thing. Come to share what's exciting or new this holiday season. Well, so actually I got to spend some time with people that I otherwise have not really gotten to spend so much time with. So basically it's not like new friends, it's like putting more energy into deepening friendships and deepening connections with others. So for me, that is new and exciting. Like, one of the things that I got to do is I got to hang out with some gal pals, and we did like these 2025 vision boards, and we like had some really like deep talks about our emotions and like what we want from the next year and how we want to approach it. And it was just like really nice to just paint emotions and colors and stuff. Really nice. And also snacks. These ladies know how to snacks. Oh, also for Christmas Eve, I had an amazing time with these same girls plus another who was able to come to this one. And I had this delicious like Peruvian meaty pasta That was phenomenal. Just a little bit spicy. It was perfect. There was so much food. I stuffed myself absolutely ridiculous. I had a fantastic, amazing like charcuterie cheese platter. I also brought like pierogi and stuff because I couldn't cook because I literally was working until evening on the 24th. And some Indian food as well, which was really lovely. So basically like very similar to samosas, and also something that was like samosas, but they were like filled with chocolate. And I was like, ooh, these like sweet versions? That's really cool. And that was super lovely. And I went out to a bunch of different places. I traveled to another city. I hung out with people. I went to a party for New Year's. I met a bunch of people there at party. That was great. Like people I had never met before ever. Of course, party was in Polish, so I had to practice Polish the whole time, which is great. I love that. Because like I can handle myself, but it's just like I keep having this bad habit where I just keep just doing everything in English because I can. Bad habit. Bad habit. And I also had a fantastic, lovely time at many, many restaurants. I went to a place that had sushi boats, and they had like a buffet, and the sushi was going around on the boats, and you get to pick up just random stuff you like to see. And if you have a special request, you just ask the chef, and we did, and it was cool. That was awesome. And what else? Ooh, I found a great hot pot place here. I love hot pot. I should share one of the pictures of a hot pot actually, because I adore it. I love cooking my own food. It's like weird. It's like, oh, you go to a restaurant, cook your own food. No, you don't understand. When you do that, it means that it's like you get to share so much of the experience. You get to like have it in so many different ways. You get to combine so many different flavors. I had tongue. I've never like ordered tongue on purpose. Beef tongue specifically, I guess. And it was really good actually, especially because I had this gently spicy broth and also like this peanutty sesame sauce that just went really well with tongue. Apparently, I did not know this. I'd never had it before. So trying new things. And what else? Oh, and it snowed. It actually snowed like a lot. And it was kind of nice going out and walking in the crunchy snow. Yeah. Oh, New Year's party on the beach. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, for sure. Hey, if you got FaceTimed in, that is an awesome friend right there. That is an amazing friend. Right for the Baldur's. That's amazing. Phenomenal. Yeah, no, it was definitely like, luckily, like when you see it, it just kind of looks like meat. Like if it looked like a tongue, I think I wouldn't be able to do it. But I'm the kind of person where I really like to try almost everything once. Almost. Like we were talking about fish head the other day. People are like, oh, fish head's delicious. And the eyeballs are great too. I'm like, I don't think, if I closed my eyes and someone said, someone I trusted was like, okay, open your mouth, it's delicious, and I have no idea what I'm eating, maybe it'd be fine. If I find out it's an eyeball, I'm going to have an ick. Oh, that's amazing. No, having a good friend group is literally like such a game changer. Oh, and yeah, speaking of friends and friend group, one of my coworkers who I've been working really closely with and like love to chat with and hang out and work with her, she finally moved to the same city as me because she'd been planning to, but like there was this whole thing with it, and she finally moved to the same city, and I got to meet her dog also, and I got to meet her in real life, and we went and got ramen, and I had this garlic bread ramen. Y'all, garlic bread ramen. This is one of the best ramen places here in the city. Is actually vegan. And I just love good food. Like good food is good food, but like it's kind of extra cool that it's vegan to me. Cause it's just like, oh neat, I can invite even more of my friends to this place, right? Because I have some vegan friends. Just like a handful of vegan friends, like a non-insignificant amount. And garlic bread ramen. I felt like I like it was so good. It was like so creamy and garlicky and delicious and savory, and had mushrooms, and it had these perfectly cooked little slices of garlic bread on top. And I was just like, it was in heaven. I really need to go back to that place before they take it off the menu because it was seasonal. So I need to go back. But it's hard because I can't spend infinity money going to eat out all the time. And it's not like it's been all the time, but it certainly was a lot more during, that stuff. Oh yeah, exactly. Like Like, the way I feel about vegan food is I'm extremely glad it exists as an option. I'm extremely glad and I'm extremely happy when we have more and more vegan options. The biggest reason for this is because vegan food also brings more variety. And I seriously strongly believe that vegan restaurants try harder. They do more creative things. They try harder to make things just straight up be delicious. They're not like, they can't rely directly on like, you know, meat quality or whatever. So they have to rely on other qualities, which actually like freshness and other delightful things are phenomenal. Yes, I actually like, so I thought that way too, but I actually like both because it really does depend. Because if they're just like trying to be like, oh, here's a burger, except there is like a bean patty. Okay, those can actually be really good. I really love beans, so like that's kind of not fair. But I did go to a place that was vegan and they had schabowy, schnitzel or pork cutlets, however you prefer to call it. They're very, very similar, if not the same thing. But it was very Polish style. But everything on the plate was vegan, but it was vegan meat. And the thing is that, like, honestly, this was juicier and in some ways more savory than the meat I've had in the past. So I will have to say, if you pick the right meaty substitutes and you just treat them the right way and they make it fun by trying to like create this, oh, actually it can taste like this, then I fully respect that too. I fully respect that too. But I also completely agree with you that when it goes even more creative, I find that to also be more fun. Like, for example, even the garlic bread ramen, it wasn't trying to pretend it was replacing meat. It just was delicious. Or this place I went to that had vegan sushi. I love sushi. I adore sushi, and I am a salmon fiend. I am basically a bear in the shape of a jelly cat. I am like a bear who just could eat salmon and salmon and salmon and salmon, raw salmon. Like literally whenever I had the opportunity, and when I was doing my bachelor's, to go to these places in the US that are like the sushi buffets and you can get sashimi, I would be like, okay. And I would write on the paper, 12 sashimis. They would bring me 4. I'd be like, okay, we're gonna try this again. 12. 4. Okay. 20. And they finally brought me 12. They finally brought me like 10 or 12. Like, thank you. This is what I was waiting for. So good. Yeah, actually. No, I have actually tried pulled pork version. I have also tried just eating jackfruit from a can, and that was terrible. I hated that. I absolutely, like, I don't throw away food. I threw that away. I could not eat that. I know I had to cook it special. I know how to do a bunch of stuff, and I just didn't because I didn't know how. And I was just like, well, it was really delicious when I tried the pulled pork version of it. Nah, you make sure you either leave it to a professional or follow a proper recipe. But I have to say that seitan is, first of all, very easy to make. Okay, not super, super easy, but it's not hard to make. And you can, because it's just gluten, it's so much protein. It is absolutely delicious. It is savory. It is juicy. It is all these things. It's actually the best meat substitute. And you can put any kind of flavor in there. Here's the thing. If you're not vegan, you can make seitan with like chicken broth. You can put those kind of flavors in there because you want to know what the huge benefit of these meat substitutes are? They never go bad. Or they take ages to go bad. Do you know I have so much tofu in my fridge? Because A, I love tofu, but B, it takes forever to go bad. I can keep that there ages. If I buy meat, I gotta use it right away. And sometimes, a lot of times, because ADHD stuff, I forget what I'm doing. I forget that I have a thing. I'll like go hang out with people and be like, oh no, I have this thing I have to cook. Maybe I need to throw it in the freezer now or whatever, right? Nah. Gluten comes in the form of a powder that is eternal. You can buy yourself a big old bag of gluten and you can make it into so many different flavors. Highly, highly recommend trying to make seitan using water, like using the water that you get when you rehydrate shiitake mushrooms. If you want just the most umami seitan, that's your boy. Mahi mahi. I've never had mahi mahi. I've heard it's delightful. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, salmon, in terms of cooked salmon, I just do the simplest thing ever that my mom did when I was it's so good. Like seriously, like legitimately, please try it. It's so good. You can find so many recipes online and it's delightful. It's really, really hard to like completely mess it up. Like you won't do perfectly the first time. And it's better if you like go to some vegan place and be like, oh, this is what seitan texture should be like. So you know you're cooking it right and you know how it's supposed to feel. That's all I would say. But then even if you don't, first time I had seitan, I made it and it was great. I have no regrets. Was it perfect? Hell no. But was it delicious? Absolutely. Highly recommend. But yeah, so salmon, I just do the simplest thing, which my mom did growing up, which is like, and I just do it every time because it is like the easiest thing ever. It looks like liver. A little bit. I mean, it depends on how people cook it and the kind of stuff they put inside it because like it's gluten. It's like you get it from wheat mostly. Like you can get your own gluten from flour, but it's hard to do it that way. So I don't recommend it. Just buy gluten. It's also really not that, it's not expensive at all. Just don't buy it from like Whole Foods. Find some like big old bag from the internet or like a Costco. I don't know. I've never checked Costco, but you can definitely get it darker. You can get it lighter. It depends on the kind of like flavors you add to the seitan and how you cook it. It does change completely, but it's not like liver really, like at all in terms of flavor. Yeah, definitely check around, see if you can get, and make sure you find a place that says, oh, they do really good seitan, or at minimum, like, if you anywhere, there's so many kind of textures and stuff you can get, like, but you can really get it really nice and juicy. Like, it can get really juicy and tender. Because, like, some people will cook it in, like, these little flat slices. You can get it, like, crispy on the outside. Some people will just make it super juicy and soft. Some people make, like, you can cook it too many different ways for it to always be exactly one thing. But yeah, right. How my mom makes salmon. So you just take the whole salmon and you just put it, and I wrap it in tin foil because I don't have the kind of, like, pan she does. So I wrap mine in tin foil so it doesn't leak everywhere. Wrap it in tin foil. Put some dill on it. You could like definitely put dill on it. Definitely put salt and pepper on it. Dill is great, amazing, especially if it's fresh. And then you can put either lemon. You can also put soy sauce on it. Not too much though. Mostly it's basically just you put it in the oven, you bake it, and it comes out so good. It's just so basic and delicious. I have never complained about it. I love it. But you can do so many things with it. I've just like literally done this and just eaten it and had rice on the side. Like, it's great. Maybe I should do that again sometime soon. Hard considering. I'm actually thinking of making this stir fry that I haven't had since college, I guess, which is basically the base of it is the sauce is mostly it is peanut butter and mustard combined together, because if you do peanut butter and mustard and you cook the peanut butter, it gets really liquidy and soft. And you can add more stuff. Like I've added a little bit of soy sauce and some sesame oil in it too to keep it even less, to make it more saucy, less thick. Very, very, very good, actually. I really need to do it again because I don't remember any of the ratios and I just kind of want to experiment and have fun and make some weird stir fry. I don't know, maybe chicken. Probably chicken. Chicken's cheap. Can't do smoked. I have never tried to smoke in anything. I don't have a grill. I don't have access to a grill. I'm pretty sure I can't grill on the balcony either. That sounds like fire hazard. Yeah. Soy sauce, marinated rice. See, that sounds great too. Grilled salmon is also phenomenal. Yeah, see, like, it's hard to go wrong with salmon. But seriously, you're making me remember I have not tried mahi-mahi. And also, you know what else I miss from sushi places? Mackerel. Mackerel just has this, like, it just tastes like the ocean, but in the best way possible. So, I appreciate it. Oh, I love food so much and fish so much. Today I had some dim sum, which was great. I enjoyed that, as well as a Korean corn dog. The Korean corn dogs are different. They're usually filled with cheese. Super tender and moist chicken. Oh, that sounds really good. I would love to see what that's like. It sounds so fun. I like swordfish too. I know you can't eat a lot of swordfish because like it has a lot of heavy metals in it, but like swordfish is delicious. Also has it is a not fishy flavor at all. Like swordfish steak can be done really well, but I've actually also had a bad swordfish steak. You know, this is the thing about fish that I have a lot of opinions about, is that like, I swear, unless you go to a place that like specifically is known for fish or like overall is just a really good restaurant, I have been disappointed with fish at restaurants a surprising amount of time. Never even shark yet. Shark? I've had shark. I don't like shark. It doesn't have much flavor at all, and it's kind of tough. Not very chewy. Not a lot going on there. Inside your hands, different. You're inside the room, which is inside the house, which is here. Oh my glob! I can't skip it. This is the other problem with games like this, where it's like, if you know you're gonna see most of it being the same, it's really hard to like not just skip everything. Oh, you might see something new. I'm like, I might see something new, but I also might not, and I might waste my time entirely. But yeah, Shark I was really disappointed with, but I understand that like, I feel like you really gotta try it once. Just to like, know. Which thing do I have right now? Looping to the king will have bomb in pockets. I hope I don't need that to... Could never eat flan or sushi if I stopped after 1 or 2 times. Oh yeah, that's... You know what? That's absolutely fair. That's 100% fair. Because like, I also didn't like sushi when I first tried it. I also was like, oh, this seaweed flavor is like intense and I don't like it. But you know, I learned my lesson. And now I'm absolutely obsessed with sushi and could eat it every day. Also, flan. I actually got really lucky the first time I had flan. It was amazing. I went to a tapas place for the first time in my life, and it was an amazing tapas place, actually. It was also the first time I'd had eaten rabbit, which was great. That was delightful. Completely and totally delightful. So, I love food so much. I also really want to have like good paella. Like, I did have paella in Barcelona and it was really good, but it was also like too salty. So, I had opinions about how salty that was. Even though it was absolutely delicious, it was still like, by the end, I'm just like, man, this is a lot of salt. So much salt. Rabbit's definitely, right? Rabbit's very good. The thing about rabbit though is it's really hard to get all those little bones out, so it's super, super easy to end up crunching on a bone and feeling like you're breaking your teeth. I don't like that feeling at all. Do not love that. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, what else did I try the first time? Oh, you know what else I really like? Actually, natto. I really like natto. And it's got a really weird texture, and it's almost impossible to find. I'm sure I will at some point, but like, yeah, it's a whole thing. And... and I understand why people don't like it, because it definitely has a extremely unique flavor. Sure. Probably should have used the craft break. Alligator is the weirdest thing I love. I've never had alligator. Believe it or not, it is also on my list of things I really need to eat. But not something I think I could find so much in Europe. Alligators aren't super popular here. I don't know what else to say. Camel. Really? Camel. That is interesting. What even kind of flavor is camel? Like, yeah, certainly they would not import them. No. Key. Oh, why didn't I skip it? At least I can click the button. At least I turned up the speed of text so I could just keep pressing the go button. Even though it's like, I clicked on the thing, but I still want to space out because you made the thing when I can... You know, y'all remember in Ocarina of Time at the very beginning when, like, you know, the owl is like, would you like to hear all of that again? And you're like, no! It's like, it's very much like what's happening. Oh, condiments. Very lean but gamey beef. Huh. Trying to go Asian style. Yeah, I can see that not working. It's pronounced. I've heard bear is also something that, like, it can be really gamey, but if it's done well, it's really, really good. And it's something I really want to try at some point. Like, I would love to have a good bear. And I think it helps that, like, you know, I've seen Food Wars, and that pretty much made me go, I am even more interested in strange foods now. Oh, I have to cough. Hold on. But yeah, I want to try so many things for the first time. Like, it's one of my favorite things in life is to just try so many things. New things. Okay, this is a dorm at least, but I feel like it's probably later on. I remember seeing the Craftonomy book before. It's probably that place. I could hope it's on the first floor, but it's probably not. Candles. Craftonomy. Book about the study of craft. Could it have information about timecraft, maybe? Does it have anything on timecraft? Timecraft? What for? Is it related to our... It is related to our situation, isn't it? With the king. I don't have it. We don't have time. What's timecraft? I don't know what that is. Should we have a crash course on timecraft then? Ugh, fine. Odile flips through the book. It does have a section on timecraft. All right. So, timecraft is, as the name implies, the power to wield and craft time itself. It's a type of craft that's been hypothesized to exist for decades, but its existence has never been proven. Until now, right? Stopping time. That's what the king does, right? So the king is using timecraft? King most likely is, yes. Which would make it the first time in history someone managed to harvest that power. Outside of stories told in family tales, that is. I've heard of scholars outside of Vaugarde are really excited right now. Timecraft confirmed to be real. So they're happy because he froze people in time? Well, it's more complicated than that. Morals aside, it does change everything we knew about timecraft. Think about how timecraft could be used. King is only stopping people's time, but it could be used for many other things. It could be used to hasten or slow people's time too. Maybe make people's bodies younger or older. Maybe make buds grow into trees in an instant. Worst case scenario, it could be used to change history itself. Crafting time to go back in time and change history. Whoa! Whoa. The possibilities are endless and terrifying. Definitely not the kind of power you want in someone's hands. Definitely not someone like the king. And correct me if I'm wrong, but crafting time wouldn't be like crafting clay to a specific shape or crafting a sword. Those are easy enough to do and won't tire you out, but crafting time? Something as basic and essential as time? Wouldn't it ask for immense amounts of power? Exactly. Crafting clay barely asks for any power from the user, but crafting time. Theorize that crafting time, even to pause time for a single second, would probably kill the user immediately. Huh? Kill them dead? Kill them dead. And yet the king is still alive. So raises the question, what gave him enough power to use timecraft without dying? And how did he learn how to use it? Good questions, Isabeau. You've pretty smart insights sometimes. I sure do. Timecraft is what the king uses and it's dangerous. Got it. Suppose talking about this was useful. I'm surprised you're curious about this though. Siffrin. You shrug. Timecraft, a type of craft that allows the user to control time. Isn't that what you and the king have been using? But neither of you should be able to use it. Using it would ask for immense amounts of power. So then, what gave you this power? Maybe you should ask the king about this. What if it isn't enough? What if he doesn't want to tell you anything about timecraft? We talked to the king and the head housemaiden. Are they really the only two people that would know anything about the loops you're stuck in? Who else could you talk to about the loops to theorize? Your party. Oh wait, there is one person. Your party! Your party! Odile! Who could I talk to? Don't... Have the crafting thing, but I need to look at the stuff or do crafty stuff. I feel like I'm supposed to experiment more, but I just can't. Who? Is it just Loop? And I guess I could say hi to Loop. I mean, the thing is I could go say hi to Loop and then if it doesn't work, I'll just reload the save. Just hit it. Isabeau, just hit it. Bear sounds weird because bears only eat good things like berries. Oh, that's true. Yeah, surprisingly enough, what we eat changes our flavors. I bet humans taste terrible. Honestly, like, legitimately, I think we taste terrible. You can still hit it. Probably. Nah, it's immune. Okay. Well, whatever. I gotta hit it with scissors. Is that a betting man? Would not betting, is it? Right? Right? I wouldn't want to find out, but yeah. Whee! Can ask the king. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna save and I'm gonna try talking to Loop and dunno. People. Is that new? Is that the first time she said this? Coin flip out. Onigiri, I love onigiri so much. But yeah, exactly. No plane crashes in the mountains, no, you know, Hannibal Lecter shenanigans. None of that. None of that sounds any good to me. None of it sounds good. I'm actually gonna save in another slot too, just in case I do something really stupid. All right, time to go murder myself. Whoops. Rice ball. Oh, I love rice ball. There are actually so many places that make onigiri. There are onigiri stands here. Rice and fish. Actually, yes. It's so good. Literally so good. My mom apparently has this recipe for mustard fish that she's in love with. And I'm like, the what? Please give me this recipe. I actually hope she sent it to me. I like really, really hope she sent it to me. So that'd be really nice. Mustard fish. Yes, it's fish with mustard and some other things, and I don't know. Okay, so I went back to the beginning because I just want to see if I could talk to Loop. If not, I'll try talking to Odile. Oh, you know. How about asking ChatGPT instead of Mom? No, because Mom has the recipe. I want her recipe that she liked. She likes good things. ChatGPT will just make stuff up. Oh, I could just say I know how it ends. Oh, I can actually. Neat. I don't know why I told him, but Loop. So, got any theories about the loops I'm trapped in? Why would I? People very often make stuff. It's true, but like, then when they try it, I want things that have been tried, not things that an AI did not try. Your name is literally Loop. Oh, stars above it is, tee. Just because I call myself Loop doesn't mean I know anything. I'm just bad at names. I'll see what I can do. What's your question? Anything that could help? Such a broad question, Stardust. As I've told you before, I know about as much as you do right now. How can that be? What do you mean? Aren't you here to help me? Why don't you know more about the loops you're supposed to help me with? Don't you tee-hee me. Aww. I still don't have a good answer for you, Stardust. Isn't it already nice you have me to talk to about these loops? You could be alone, stuck with only your tiny brain for company with no one to talk to. I probably should have tried calling Loop while it's in there. Well, why don't we summarize what we know? We might find something out. Currently stuck in a time loop for unknown reasons. Starts when you awaken dormant. Seems to end when you talk to the head housemaid, unless I die first or such a tear. Yes, maybe the loop considers Ganon frozen in time, but those tears a sort of death. Why aren't you looping back when you get frozen in battle? Isn't it because I thought the tears work differently than an actual time-freeze skill? Is that so? Well, you're the one getting frozen, so you'd know. Anyways, I wonder if the other things would count as keeping you from advancing. Like what? Like, if we cut off your legs, would you immediately loop back? You can't advance if you have no legs, right? I'll test that one. Oh, but understandable. Sheepshead fish. What? Sheep's head. That sounds human teeth. That's terrifying. That's super terrifying. It's interesting though. What makes the loop actually loop? Maybe does the loop consider talking to the head housemaiden something that keeps you from advancing somehow? Oh, maybe, but what would advancing even mean then? Towards what goal? Is there something that happens when you talk to that head housemaiden that makes a certain goal impossible to accomplish? As you found out, all this might be the work of Timecraft, a power that should be impossible to use, but you and the king are somehow able to manipulate it. I'm manipulating Timecraft if I can't control it, but you can, can't you? You can more or less control it when you go back, except when you talk to the head housemaiden, it seems like bring you back to the start. Just being able to loop back in time and avoid death might count as you being able to use Timecraft. It's supposed to be too dangerous to even use. How did I get this power? And how can you break the loop for good? Yes, those are the big questions, aren't they? Do you wonder about the limitations of your power still? What makes you actually loop? Somehow feel like finding out more about that would be useful. Stardust, we've been talking for a while, so maybe not right now, but use some time. Will you hang out with me for a bit? Hang out? I have a theory I'd like to test, and we haven't spent any time together, Stardust. I'm lonely. I want to have a long conversation with someone, anyone. I want to hang out. Again, doesn't have to be right now. Might last a while, maybe even longer than the rest of the day. I'm sure you plans for this loop, so I can wait till you time, okay? Theory, loop, would like to test about the loops. Okay, you should talk to Loop and hang out when you have time then. Okay, I'll be waiting, Stardust. In the meantime, can I help you on this wonderful loop? You'd hang out now. Oh, our theory hangout. Yeah, we can't actually hang out right now. It'd be pretty useless. How about you come out early tomorrow after you're done acting out things at the clock tower? Me to sneak out and spin a loop with me, yes. You always go to the house after the clock tower. If you're not here, what will everyone do? What will everyone think? Does it matter what they think? They'll forget it all in your next loop after all. Matters. So you won't do it? You won't come out and hang with little old me? I'll come. Neat. I'll see you soon then. Spend the rest of the night with everyone. Early in the morning, while everyone's still asleep, you quietly slip away, head to the favor tree. At least it's something different. I can do the beginning parts again. Can't see Loop anywhere. Up there, Stardust, up there. Up there? Did Loop go back to their home or something? You look up. Waving at you from the top of the tree. I'm here, I'm here. Come and join me, Stardust. How? Oh, come on, just climb the tree. You know you can do it. You sigh and climb the tree. Ah, isn't it pretty, Stardust? We're so high up. You are. You can see the house from here. Everyone will be inside the house soon. You try not to think about it. Thank you for coming to today's Loop Hangout. If you hang out with me, it'll take some time and... well, you know how this goes. Sure do. I, haven't actually prepared anything to talk about. So, tell me about yourself, Stardust. Really? Rather not. Huh? Why not? Don't you already know me? Just feels like it. You know too much about me. You knew my name, you know how I think. You knew me before we even met, didn't you? Kind of. Kind of? Do I know you? Oh, no, you don't know me. Don't worry, your memory isn't failing you this time. When we met under the favor tree, that was the very first time we've ever seen each other. Is that so? So then, is that why you're helping me? 'Cause you know me? Oh, not really. When I decided to help you, you were not a factor in the slightest. You are now, I suppose, but does that mean you actually believe me when I say I'm here to help? Don't think I'm lying and I'm actually the one trapping you here or whatever? Actually believe I'm here to help you? I do. Oh! You always surprise me, Stardust. I knew I wouldn't believe myself if I was in your place. Maybe time has made me more jaded than you are, but it's fine. Whether you believe me or not, I'm here to help you so you can escape this loop. So you believe it's possible for me to escape? Of course! Why would I be here otherwise? I'm trapped with you after all. I want to escape just as much as you do. I know how it feels, to be stuck somewhere with no hope of escape. Forced to relive the same events over and over and over, taking any deviation as a sign that things are finally gonna change, that everything will be okay. Finding yourself trapped still. Huh. Look at me talking and talking. Don't pay attention to me. I'm doing fine. Loop laughs sadly and looks at the house in the distance. Tell me about yourself, Loop. I'd rather not, tee-hee. Loop winks and blows you a kiss. Despite yourself, you laugh. You hear Loop laugh softly as well. Ha ha ha. Say, Stardust, that reminds me, I can't believe your first Dazzle being crushed by that very first trap. How embarrassing. Hey, you and Loop animatedly talk about different things you've done during your loops. It's nice to be able to talk about them with someone. Talk and talk until the sun has risen high above you in the sky. It'll happen soon now. What will? The theory crafting part of our hangout session, of course. If you're about to ask, and then... You hear a horrible sound. Your head, you saw something. Glad you decided to spend some time with me, Stardust. Sorry it's gonna end with this. What? I thought maybe it wouldn't happen, but... See that light in the distance? It's from the king's floor. I see it every time you get far enough to fight him. His first attack. The king's first attack. How long have you been talking to Loop? Who is the king attacking? Who is he? King doesn't attack or do anything till you get to him. He would only attack if someone can feel it every time. Whatever he does, it makes you see something, doesn't it? Something awful. Something so terrible, it's enough to bring anyone close enough to their knees. Stars, I wonder who he attacked. Can't even hear Loop speak. Your friends. They were against the king just now. You know how to survive his first attack, you found out, but you hear someone cry out. You look at Loop. Loop is just looking at you, not saying anything. There's no pity in their gaze, no sadness, just some slight impatience like, did you figure it out? Did you figure out what made the king attack just now? There's only one answer, Stardust. Just figure it out already so we can move on. Who was the king fighting? Who did the king just kill? Did you figure it out yet? Did you? You start screaming. It's because you weren't there. They died because you weren't there. They're gone because you weren't there. You clutch your head, your hair, your stomach because you weren't there because of you. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. You stumble and fall to your knees. You breathe harshly in and out. Loop into your own time. Ooh, that would be something. It's not working. You can't take a full breath. You can't. You hit the ground with your fist. Why? Loop does not answer. Did you know this would happen? Which part? You looping back or your party dying? Had a suspicion about the former. I was certain about the latter. Right? It's like, I would also feel a lot more emotions about it if it wasn't 50 loops in. It's still emotional. It's still very well done, but it's a different kind of feeling, and I'm not sure if they... I don't know. You. Loop is looking straight at you. They don't even seem to care that you drew out your dagger. Somehow this calms you down. If I tell you to breathe, will you? You. You breathe slowly, in and out. What was that for? For funsies, of course! You take a step forward. Because I was curious to know how the loops work. Aren't you? How the loops work? How could what just happened teach you anything about the loops? Think, Stardust. Why did you loop back just now? Huh? Because the king won, isn't it? Why would the king winning make you loop? You didn't immediately loop back the second you and your party lose, don't you? Don't you? Kinda do, though? No, Stardust. You loop when you die. No, it takes a little bit. You loop when you die, Stardust. The fact that the king wins is irrelevant, but you didn't die just now, did you? So why did you loop? But it's the same with the head housemaiden. You don't die when you talk to her, so what makes you loop? You loop when the head housemaiden talks to you, and you looped just now. Why? Don't you think this would be important to figure out? That's right. There have been other times you looped back without dying too, but what could be the reason? I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to spend time with you. Never got the opportunity to really talk after all. Try killing Loop? I don't think we can kill Loop. But that would be something different. But, yes, I figured this would happen. I won't say sorry so you can stop waiting for it. Good answer. Well, looks like that's all you can find out about the loops for now. Still find out more about the king, can't you? I'll be ready to help you out next loop, but for now, I think that'll be it. Come back next loop, Stardust. You just walk away. Don't want to talk to Loop right now. Do this again. Can't kill Loop. We don't want to talk to Loop. Loop is unkillable. Welcome to the library. Nah. Tell the person how it ends. You know how it ends. Oh, we already talked to them? Weird. Okay. Upload deal. I really wish there was a way to just be like, can I have just helped everyone? That would be so great. Oh man. Yes. Yep. Correct. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Ding. I really wish this was a once ever you do this, and then like you could just be like, oh, I've always have done this. And we'll talk to Isabeau, make all that happen, and I don't know, bomb or whatever. Long thingy thing, bomb. Hello. Hey friend, sleepover. I don't want to talk about the sleepover. No, I did it again. This is the worst. That's worse than a time loop. You love rice and pineapples and samosas. What kind of samosas? You love this kind of samosas. Oh my gosh, that's all my favorite foods. You like me, the dreaded conversation loop. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. And I loved these conversations. I loved these scenes. These were amazing. They were heartfelt. They were pure. They were fantastic moments. The fact that I have to press so many buttons to do them all again and I can't just start the zone out from "can I help you with anything" is a tragedy. Speed. Speed is what it always comes down to. Cheap viewers on the Streamaboo. Wow, did you know? Man, listen, you want a free virus? Do you want to, or maybe not even virus, do you want to give people money for something that means nothing? My God. I can't even, hold on, can I ban it on, I think I can. I can on here if I press this button. Click, and are they banned? Ta-da! I can. It's just I can't do it on my Stream Elements, so I have to like open my browser and do it on there. It's kind of annoying. Hang out with Isabeau now. Follow me, Sif. And the thing is, I love the scene with Isabeau so much. I love everything about Isabeau. I love these characters, but I feel like I'm not even interacting with them anymore because I've seen everything so many times. There's also the fact that like I do need to get that sharpening stone. I do need to get the carving thing. Once I have a weapon, the weapon will stick around, but I have to actually make it around there the right time to do it. So that's kind of the hard part. Is to make sure I do it right the first time. Just once. All I have to do is do it right once. Oh, that's a sadness. Oh yeah, no, for sure. So I've actually thought about this. I've thought like, you know, do I feel guilty for, at any point, for like, do I feel like I should be the kind of person putting more time and effort into the stream and like trying to get more people to show up? And the answer is like, I could a little bit, but I'll be honest, it's not why I stream. I stream as this hobby where like people come and go, but when people come and go, I can have personal conversations with them. Like I can actually like pay attention to what people are saying and keep up with stuff. Even if it's only like one or two people around for part of the time. And if no one shows up for a little while and no one's chatting for a little while, and that does happen, it's actually pretty rare. Usually there's one or two people who say hi. But if no one shows up, I'll just game. I'll still keep talking to myself and I'll game and I'll read the stuff and everything will be on YouTube. And that's the best part. It's like, in the end, it still always ends up on YouTube and I finish games. I would never finish this game if I wasn't streaming it. It's not even that I dislike it. I like the game. I just know I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll do something else first, right? I would do that. And that's what happened. That's what happened with Okami. That's what happened with like every other game that I'd wanted to play before, was just like, I just never beat it because I just never like sat down and made myself do it. Right? Exactly. Like, I'd rather have fewer, better connections with people than like so many, especially because like when streaming is, when you do have like tons and tons of people, like you start to become beholden to those people in a way that's like not fun anymore. Cause like, I would hate if I had felt guilty for not streaming. Like if streaming had gave me income, like actual income, like I do actually get a little bit of something. It's like, it's beer money. I get payouts maybe once a year and it's not a lot. But it's nice. It's nice to just have that little bit of something. And because what it really is I see it and I see, oh man, it's all the memories of all the time where I keep doing this. I keep coming here. I keep enjoying this hobby. I keep, you know, putting little investments into it. Oh, and I'm apparently connecting to chat again. So that's probably getting lost into the ether. Oh, I died. That's super funny. I have a lot of feelings about that. You know what? No. Okay, fine, yes, but then we'll just load. Forgot to press the stitch. Yep, I did. We're gonna press the load button because at minimum it's still gonna be significantly better. That might help me create, yes, thank goodness I did save here. Okay, I guess I saved before touching the stuff. Yeah, Anchor Community. Yes, exactly. I'm not here to like, yeah, I'm not here to like be all the time beholden to this and like make this something that like I need. It's something that I want to keep wanting. It's something that I want to keep choosing, even though I will say every once in a while, sometimes it is harder. Sometimes it's like, what if I didn't stream today? And I technically can make that choice, but I can't say I've never regretted actually streaming. The only time I ever got close was one time, like I went to sit down to stream and I'm just like, oh God, I just can't today. And those days happen. They're not often, but like, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm way more tired than I thought I was, or oh, I don't know if I can handle this today. And it's rare because usually streaming is something that just like gives me energy actually. Saved here so we're not that dumb. Shiva is on duty. Honestly, I love the idea of patenting that. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I say, like ladies and gelatins, like that was from Bulldog, like over a year ago, I think. And it's still something I remember so super fondly. Was just getting a pun that just changed how I greet people on the stream. And like so many people I've met, like I remember like all the people who have come and gone. I remember people who show up after like a year or two. Like if Kevin ever shows up again, I'll be like, yo, Kevin, what up? Like that would be great. Like I love hearing about people living their lives and stuff. And I love how like App Empathy on Discord, our resident like space facts person who used to hang out on streams and now is like literally pursuing their dream at NASA. Like there's so much that happens to people and it doesn't even just have to happen on stream for it to be something that's like a core memory, just something that becomes a part of you. And conversations we've had, some of the conversations about like food and like the time this guy shows up and talks about ice skating for a time. Like I learn so much stuff about the world by interacting with people who I otherwise never ever would have had the chance to, like ships passing in the night type of thing, you know? Oh, I am the same, actually. Like, I love too many people. I have too many great connections in my life, too many things that I enjoy, and I have moved far away from a lot of people. So I also am now at a time zone difference, and I'm really busy, and I'm trying to like focus on like local friendships and like I just keep finding more amazing people I want to spend time with, and time just keeps slipping out of my fingers. And it's like, I need people to know that I don't forget about them, that I just, don't know. Somehow it just never goes the way I expect. Is it rock? I can't remember. Hold on, it's not, it's resist, so it is a rock type. You must have got, yeah. See, I really do try, right? Financially independent, right? Even if I was financially independent, I would still spend, like, there's still so many hours of my day I couldn't spend with people because they'd be at work, you know? Like, there are so few hours where people are both outside of work at the same time and don't have other things to do. Working 40 hours a week or anything close to it on other sides, because I know a lot of people who work more than 40 hours, it's not okay. It's not enough time to like cultivate society. It's just not. Yeah. So glad you appreciate it. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I don't understand, like, I mean, I guess it's why they're rich and they stay rich or whatever, is because they like, I don't know, because they don't do that kind of stuff. But still, like, it's like if I had a bunch of money, all I would be doing is be like helping all my friends and hanging out with them and like having them do the things that they really should be doing professionally but can't because money. It's hard and yeah. I want so much about society to change. It's not the worst the way it is, but boy howdy. Just the pure game design of it alone. Yeah. No, I really appreciate that I have a lot of friends who I don't talk to for months. Actually, one of my best friends, we didn't talk for like a couple years at one point. And we just started talking again, and it was like we'd never stopped talking. And it was amazing. And sometimes those are the most important friends, is really, because like you can't talk to everyone every day. You can't talk to everyone every week. So you just do what you can. You do your best, and I really believe everyone's doing their best. And you try, and sometimes you think about someone, you're like, hey, are you free? And if they're not, you're like, cool. And if they are, you're like, yay! What a beautiful surprise. But time zones are really one of the biggest problems I have, for sure. Everyone in America is always working on these absolute crazy hours. Hit the counter back. Bad counter. Let's beat it up. Isabelle and Bonnie kicked the counter too. You feel better. Okay, so I guess that one just happens differently every time. Time is it there now? It is math. It is 21:34. Which means it is 7:30. 7:30 p.m. I stopped streaming at No, wait, hold on. Not 7:30. 9:30. It's 9:30. I stopped streaming at 10. God, I'm so bad at basic math sometimes. But still, yeah, it's late. It's nighttime, basically. And that makes it really, yeah, military. Military time is so much easier to, like, but it's not military time here. It's just normal time. Like, that's just how we do time, right? Like, I can't stream any earlier because, well, for a lot of reasons, but I also can't stream later because I need to go to sleep. Like, you know, get ready for bed, try to be in bed somewhere near 11 if possible. And I, like, can't stream any earlier because by the time I get home from work, I, like, barely have enough time to anything. Sharpening stone. But yeah, it's hard. There's definitely some people in the States who I haven't spoke to in a while who I'm like, I miss them. I would like to be able to spend time with them, but then I think, when could I spend time with them? And I also think of all the things I try to do. Like, I have the club that work on Tuesdays now. So Tuesday evenings are gone. And then I have stream Monday and Wednesday, which, like I said, is important to me. But it does mean that that's my evening. I can't really do anything before it because I have to finish working and then, like, ideally eat and also shower. And then on Thursdays, like, I want to start actually going to the gym, and maybe I'll be able to do some stuff before or after the gym. I don't know. But that's the thing. I don't know. Because, like, it might also be like, oh, I'll be super tired. Like, I will only be able to do, like, small things, small little chunks of time. And then I have to work out at least 2 times per week. So I also am going to try doing Sunday morning. So at least that takes up less of the time that I could have with other people. Sunday evenings, I try to reserve for people in the States. But I have so many people in the States that, well, and it feels like so long a time when it's already been even a couple weeks or a month since they see some of the people. So it's hard. And then Friday and Saturday, well, I like to hang out with people here. I like to go outside because the other problem with time zones is that it means everything's online. And I work on a computer, so I want to go outside, do things, even in the winter. So whenever possible, I want to do that. And there's something there, like, you can't only have online friends. At least I can't. But I also don't think it's really good for most people to only have online friends. Online friends are amazing. Online connections with people are amazing. But it can't be your only thing. You miss so much of, like, communication that your brain is built to do. And also, like, you know, exercise, like walking places, fresh air, new stimulus, not being in the same room all the time. So, balance. Okay, yeah, I can hit it with a rock, sweet. Yeah, no, we are absolutely social creatures. And it's one of the things that I do appreciate about my job is that, like, I do like the people I work with and I do get to do some socializing, but I also need to actually, like, get work done. So there's a lot of that. And it's also not the kind of, like, work friendships can be cool, but, like, it's not quite the same because there's always this sense of, like, you know, there's a sense of professionalism. You have to wear the work mask, all this stuff. So yeah. Oh, camping. I have mixed feelings on camping personally. It's mostly just because I'm really bad at dealing with bugs and cold. But I really should give that another solid, proper go. Yeah, I actually like that people want to talk during work. I think it's great, but yeah, I'll agree. I'm less efficient, but I also actually usually finish work on time if I don't work remotely. camping trips are horror stories. Wait, in what way? In what way are they horror stories? Nice. Oh, I definitely should have given that to literally anyone else. All right, need to find those carving tools so I can sharpen the knife, which I can only get on the 3rd floor. But still, I can get there. I would just like, the thing is, like, they had this thing, oh, you could just loop to the floor you want to loop to, but they literally punish you for doing that. They'll like take away things that you already picked up in previous loops, and you'll have to still go get back and get them anyways. And like, literally, you should have actually, like, if you have something in your inventory, it stays in your inventory. Just let it stay. Sure, maybe not all of your, like, nah, man, I think even the reusables. Yeah, sure, you can just be like, oh, it's not there anymore, or whatever. That's fun. It's neat. But still. It's just, I don't know what things I've actually done. I don't know what things actually count. First time I went serious game, got capsized, got sucked under a log jam, crawl out underwater upside down ladder. Oh my god. That closest to not fun. Yes, that actually sounds like a horror story. You're absolutely right. Brush against everyone softly. What a rush. Second time I forgot my tent in the car. And the camping on the beach, the most aggressive mosquitoes I've ever seen used to live in Central America. These mosquitoes put them to shame. They crunched when killed and stalked us the whole time. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Oh, I feel itchy just thinking about that. Every time a forest fire broke out, we had to paddle in unsafe conditions. Oh my god. Wow, okay, so your camping trips are cursed, but, I can understand that, like, if it's something important to you, like, those kind of stories and those kind of memories, like, I mean, you keep them forever. That's for sure. Last time, that was bad. A big trip. One of the girls going got a full third of us violently sick. The temps dropped sooner and lower than expected to pull out partway through the trip planned. The hurricane messed up the original river. Okay, straight up cursed. Like, I'm sorry, but that is cursed. I don't know if how many of your friends have said, oh wow, you're definitely cursed. That's just the bad trips. Okay, wait, but how many trips have you gone on? Like, what's the ratio of good to bad trips? The crafting, carving tools. How many people usually go on these trips with you also? Like, what's your group size generally? A lot of cancellations because of COVID and hurricane. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair and understandable. Oh my god, really? Well, at least we're strong. We buff. Heal yourself, girl. 4 to 15. Wow, okay, that's a lot of people. That's like a big party. Okay, what kind of food do you generally eat while camping? Like, do you go full, like, fire, hot dog stuff, or do you go, like, trail mix, or you do, like, some solid, like, interesting meals y'all bring? Do you go foraging? I feel like I've already been. No, I haven't. Okay, so 60%, I mean, actually, the fact that it's close to 50 says a lot, but I totally understand if you're having, because, like, if your good trips are as good as your bad trips are bad, or even close, then that's actually pretty awesome. Should really have just used craft break, but it's fine. Zifrin, you've leveled up so much. Level are you? Depends on the camping trip length. We don't forage more than casual fishing sometimes. Last time it was a peppered pot roast we brought and cooked. Oh, that sounds so lovely too, actually. Cobblers, breakfast skillet stuff, frozen stuff lasts decent coolers. Oh, for Suhizu, steaks, tamales, snacks and lunches. Oh yeah, kayak cap weight isn't concerned. That's awesome. Yeah, if you're focusing on kayaking, that's really awesome. That sounds really lovely. Honestly, I've always really enjoyed camping food. As long as it's not just like, you know, scissors, key in your pocket, rock, paper, scissors, blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't want to say that. I don't care. Carving tools. Every time everyone mentioned you usually mumble when you sharpen your dagger. Will you be able to sharpen the key knife if you remember how you usually do it? Trying to remember. Please don't look bad, please don't look bad, please don't look bad. What? Oh, you don't remember? That's what you were saying. Last time you were carving something. You were carving a little Odile, and Odile said if it looks bad, she'd ask me to cover your dinner with potatoes. You were mumbling, please don't look bad the whole time. You usually mumble things like this under your breath when you carve or sharpen your dagger or do something similar. Please have symmetrical eyes. Please look at least a little bit like a wolf. Please don't stab me in the hand while I carve. It's like you're talking to whatever you're making or your tools. Did you never realize you were doing it? Do you really do this? How embarrassing. It's cute, Siffrin. And also when you mumble, whatever you're carving does look really nice. When you're not mumbling, your stuff looks awful. Well, sounds like you should try this sharpening again. By the way, I still have the little wood carving of me you made, Siffrin. You do? Of course, why wouldn't I? It's so cute. You know, I'm still jealous Sif made you a wood figurine. I could curse you and your entire family name. Then curse me, coward. I will one day, and then you'll be sorry. Ooh, I'm so scared. Beware of rock. Well, we have the sharpening stuff. Now we just have to get to it. Lot of coffee. Ooh, yeah, hot cocoa. Ooh, Mexican hot chocolate is the best hot chocolate. Unless we're talking, okay, we're talking about like milky hot chocolate is Mexican. No ifs, ands, or buts. If we're talking about the thick stuff, it's like the Belgian. It's like basically like, you remember that movie, like the Orient Express? The Orient Express was a great movie, but that's a different. Murder on the Orient Express is a fantastic movie, and I highly recommend people see it. I'm talking the Polar Express, where they had this super thick, ooey gooey hot chocolate. And I was just like, does that exist? Is that a real thing that happens? And the answer is yes. Yes, it is. That is a actual real thing that they serve here. And I love it. And that's actually the best kind of hot chocolate. But I'll never say no to hot chocolate in general because hot chocolate of all kinds, shapes, and flavors is delicious as long as it's made with intent. All that food sounds so good. I am hungry today. I did not eat enough food. That's okay. I'll have more food tomorrow morning. I'll have so much food, I won't be able to deal with it. Okay. All right, let's do this. My bucket list is to ride the railway myself. The Polar Express or the Orient Express? Does Orient Express exist still? I guess they wouldn't get rid of it. I never thought about it. It just like always seemed old-timey to me. Turn it up. The Orient Express. Listen, what about the Polar Express? So just saying, you know, what if? Well, here, when it's doing something. Okay, I guess we always had to attack that other one. No, that's fine. Just do the super damage against it. It was shut down. I said, like, it's still around. Would not ride that train, right? I kind of agree with you. Like, that would be pretty crazy. Oh, wow. Good job, Bonnie. I guess you just stopped being stopped in time at that point. Neat. At least these are going pretty fast now. Like, I'm getting quite used to this at this point, but still. Bonnie's the cutest. Oh, we're allergic to pineapple. We can't have that. Someone you knew loved them. Who? Crunchy and delicious like always. Okay. Well, that's different. See, this is the other thing that's annoying. They do have all these fun little differences in there, but I can never even tell because I get so annoyed with having to redo so much stuff that I don't even get to savor when there's new interesting things. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. I think I gotta go to the right. Pick up stuff. Picture, picture, picture. Okay. Da 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 da. Yeah, I should remember what the Orient Express actually connects to. It's really the classic thing where it's like, oh, we have keys and then we have the locks and the complete other side of the world. Which is crazy pants, but it is what it is. I gotta talk to stuff about people. Gotta talk to the king about stuff. Still, I'm so curious where we come from. Like, who are we? Why do we know nothing? Why do we get to know nothing about ourselves? Why are we so traumatized by everything? The sweet things are not there, the things are not here, and stuff. Lumpy clay and souvenirs and stuff. That's the one that's lasted. Whoa, it is! Oh my god, like, read it. I think we're gonna stop clicking on those books at least for a while. But maybe I'll remember. Maybe I'll remember to not click on the books anymore, but I didn't need to click on the book. Da-da! Key. Key, key, key. It's her! Where is Key? Nope. Well, I already talked to other books, so it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Bomb. The bomb was not that good. But you know, it's a bomb. Do-do-do. Okay. Where is a knife? I think knife's at the very end. It's like so much of this dialogue, I just feel bad sometimes when I don't like having count as read it, even though some of it's so skippable, but you'll just never know if it's skippable or not. You'll never know because you can just be completely surprised. This definitely's gotta be a thing. Guarantee this is a thing. That's in the game now for the next new thing to break the loop. I need to talk to the king. I need to talk to the king because she's staring at you. It's like, okay, so basically something about talking to the head housemaiden makes one of my friends die. Makes it so I can't advance for some reason. And basically, I want so badly for all my friends to live. You know, maybe I am the king. I don't know. But that's, actually crazy. But it's fine, because I just need to go to the change god and get the knife, and then I can sharpen the knife, and then... Nope. My thoughts on the game are really just like, I so badly want to know so many things, but I feel like they are just scraping me along, like drip feeding me just to make the game longer. Like, I feel like there were definitely some unnecessary, like, anti-quality of life choices that they made. I have very strong feelings about that. Exactly, right? Like, there definitely has to be one where you can save everyone, because it's why you keep looping, because you're not saving everyone, right? So, you know. Heal yourself, girl. If we hit you with enough rocks, you just die. Hopefully it's enough. Like, there's a way that everyone's gonna live. And that's just how it has to be. Did I get the knife already? Here, and then I think I need a key. Okay, no, it's a... But if I remember, I have to go to the middle room and then down left. And I just want to do that before I quit for the day. I'll save here regardless, just in case I mess up. Alright, doesn't make the naughty sound, so I guess it's fine. Right, this is where we get the knife. We can finally have the... Oh wait, the bathroom. Oh my god. At least every time we go to the bathroom, I have like a whole thing. You close the bathroom stall door. Once again, you find yourself here, helping your family members to be the best version of themselves. Mirabelle is starting to accept her unchanging self. Dio, who's learning more about her history. Bonnie, who's starting to understand they were never ever at fault. Isabeau, I skipped it on accident. Same before, isn't it? This is as far as their change goes. They will never change more than they do now. Worse, you won't let them. But it's comforting, isn't it? It's nice, isn't it? You did this forever and it wouldn't be so bad, wouldn't it? Used to think it'd be perfect to remember everything that happened to you. You don't think you were right, but it's nice still. You'll remember it all now. You won't forget a thing. Even if you're the one who remembers this time, you're fine. It's better than the alternative, isn't it? No, prefer not forever, really, right? Exactly, that's kind of the whole problem. It's fine, it's fine, you're fine. You're fine, you're fine, it's fine. Everyone refreshed, nose is powdered, body's emptied. Give, knife. You wish for rest. I also wish for this. And then it teleports us back to the middle, which is great, because then we can save, we can sharpen the knife. Okay, I have stuff in my pockets. I have... Sharpening stone, key knife, and sharpening stone. Repeat and mumble, repeat the first thing comes to your mind. Please be sharp, 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 please be sharp. Now it's sharp now. Woohoo! We got the knife key. You can equip it. You did it! You are now the proud owner of Knife Key that can cut anything, especially the king. Yes, you heard that correctly. Attacks will be boosted when you fight the king. Isn't that grand? One thing, it's not like the others. You can only equip it when you... Why would they... Why? Why would they do that to me? It should be like every... Why? Hello, William. Welcome back. The figure skater has done a brilliant entrance. Well, actually, I'm about to stop for the day, but it's really great to see you. And I am a little upset about this particular... It's an important item after all. You can't just have it. Yes, I can, unless... Memory of key knife. If you equip this memory and you loop back to the king, that's it, Stardust. Why don't you just let me have it? Just let me have it. Oh my god. Do you have any idea, game, how much I have gone through to get this? Oof. Next time, rant about like 4 revolution, 1 foot spins that killed my feet. Yes. I'm gonna save again. I'm gonna save here. And I'm gonna save number 2. 40 minutes straight. Yeah, I'd be super dizzy too. All right. I know I could continue, but I actually really can't today because I have to wake up early tomorrow. Like extra early. I have to actually shower tomorrow morning before work. I did not have time today because I had to make sure that my stuff was working for tomorrow for club because I had some issue with the computer and all this stuff, but yes. My goodness. Yeah. No, I definitely, sometimes I like to let it go a little longer, but today specifically, tomorrow specifically, it is it's too crunchy to keep going, even though I'm just like, I want to see what happens next. I want to talk to the king. But hey, nah, it should be fine. It should be fine. So, all right then. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you very much, William, for stopping by too, even though, yes, as you can see, it's the ending. So I'm glad I had like a couple more minutes extra so I could at least say hi, because that's great. That's great. So hopefully I will see you guys next week or on Wednesday. And yeah, basically next week, maybe. I literally have no idea if this time will be the time. And oh yeah, and William, I hope you had a wonderful holiday break, and we can talk about that next time that you're in stream and I'm in stream too. So, but Wednesday back to Exo Colonist, which also will have a brand new big thing. Like we just like hit a new loopy loop thing there too. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming up for us. Really looking forward to it. All right, so hope you guys have a really good rest of your day. And I totally forgot to drink my tea, like entirely. I just remembered I have tea. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.